Hello and welcome. It's the 27th day of April 2023, and I'm saying a big thank you to you for joining me on another interesting episode of the newspaper review here on TAP TV. My name is Cyril Aloysius, and I'm not alone today. I'm with Mr. Victor Sioku, who is here to look at the papers with me for today. Sir, you are welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I'm feeling cold because of the rains this morning. It's so cold right now.
Only because of the rain? About you are supposed to be singing.
It's supposed to be morning. Because yesterday, sorry, I'm going to the bit of, into the world of sports for now. Yesterday, it wasn't really funny for Arsenal fans and, of course, Chelsea fans. He was expecting to laugh at me this morning, but I'll laugh at him first.
Why would you?
I'll laugh at you first.
Why would you laugh at me?
No.
Mr.
Victor, wait.
5 games, no victory.
See,
no draw.
Mr. Victor, wait now. See, yes, 5 games, no victory for Chelsea. I accept. But I think everybody, it is no news that Chelsea, for the whole of this season, has not been themselves. They have not been okay to the world. So even if we lose 10 straight games, I don't think it will come as a surprise to anybody. But on the other hand, Arsenal, who have been forming big men.
We are beaten by the best team.
Oh, please, spare me that. Before the games, I could hear Arsenal fans making noise, making mouths now. We will come, we will shock them at the Etihad. We will do this, we will do that. How did this end?
My brother, as it stands, Arsenal are top of the league.
Yes, so we just 1 point. Okay, 2 points.
11th.
Yeah.
Chelsea are 11th on the league with 39 points. In
Yeah,
fact, as
yeah,
it stands, mathematically,
You are here for news, please.
You guys
Mr. Victor, let's read news. Let's read news,
please. You guys
please.
might go on relegation.
Mr. Victor, let's talk about the news, please. Okay, so I think that's it for the world of sports. We'll be starting first by looking at the Daily Sun newspaper for today. We have interesting headlines in Daily Sun. On page 29 of Daily Sun, we have federal government evacuates Nigerians from war-torn Sudan, says no life lost. Spends $1.2 million to hire bosses. Instructs diplomats to maintain on ground to oversee exercise. That story is on page 29 of the Daily Sun newspaper. And on page 6 here we have a presidential poll. Again, Atiku, Obi attack INEC, and Tinubu. Presidential poll. Again, Atiku, Obi attack INEC, and Tinubu. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. On page 28 now we have Atiku pays Kalu condolence visit over wife's death. Atiku pays Kalu condolence visit over wife's death. That story is on page 28 of Daily Sun. On page 4 and 5 we have 8 bandits killed. Many injured in a factional clash over cattle in Niger. 8 bandits killed, many injured in factional clash over cattle in Niger. That's on page 4 and 5 of Daily Sun. On page 4 now, still on page 4, we have asset forfeiture. Governor Bello floors EFCC as court strikes out suit. Asset forfeiture. Governor Bello floors EFCC as court strikes out suit. That story is on page 4. On page 2 now we have Nigeria's domestic transactions hit 980 billion naira in 3 months. Nigeria's domestic transactions hit 980 billion naira in 3 months. That's on page 2 of Daily Sun. On page 23 now we have Osakwa Seaport. How Southeast lost $600 million deal with China by importers. Okay, that's on page 23 of Daily Sun. On page 28 again we have Tinubu Kalu hold meeting in Abuja. I remain best candidate for Senate President, says Chief Whip. That story is on page 28. And lastly, on page 6 of Daily Sun, we have appeal court orders relocation of Ebonyi election petition tribunal to Abuja. Appeal court orders relocation of Ebonyi election petition tribunal to Abuja. That's on page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Okay, that's the much you can take on the Daily Sun for today. Mr. Victor, please, I would like to get your thoughts on this particular headline here on page 28 that says Tinubu Kalu hold meeting in Abuja. What's your take on this headline?
Okay, so the days are coming nearer. In about a month's time, the president-elect might be sworn in. Okay, and the lobbying time is up in gears recently because he is back to the country, and a whole lot of roundtable meetings has been going on. Mind you, like Jennifer and Abule talked about yesterday, they were really talking about Godswill Akpabio becoming the favorite to clinch that ticket as the Senate president, coming from the south part of the country. But this time around, you have somebody like Ojus Okalo, who is from Ibere in Abia State, and happen to be from the southeast. So you now ask the question, these are more like the two favorites, okay, being talked about. Mind you, there in the north, you still have candidates. You even still have Lawal and the likes that want to become Senate president. But in terms of equity and fairness, which we know that sometimes these politicians act like they want to toe the part of equity and fairness, okay? But at the end of the day, you find out that it is majorly about their interests. But that aside, we have somebody like Ojus Okalo, who personally, I would think that from the southeast side, he is a vocal, okay, and he might just do the job. But in terms of experience, you know, usually they talk about experience when you want to become the Senate president. But in terms of experience being somebody that has been in the house for a while, he is not the most senior senator from the southeast extraction. I think somebody from Enugu or Ebonyi. I can't really get the man's name. But Ojus Okalo is not the oldest. But you also now say, what about Akpabio? Akpabio, it is also not as experienced as some other persons in the south. Okay? So, but you now ask the question, who will work better with Tinubu? And that is what they want to know, they'll be asking for right now. Mind you, Adamu played a very pivotal role for this current democratic dispensation because, in quote, he was marked as a rubber-stamped Senate president. If you take ourselves back to the days of Bukola Saraki, you will notice that there is more peaceful environment in the Senate than it was back then. But if you also ask questions, what are the good deeds that the 9 years, we are still with the 9th Senate, the good deeds that they did, you might also find out that, see, in as much as they were tagged as rubber stamped, they were also able to give us the Electoral Act. They were also able to pass the petroleum bill, the PIA bill. Okay? But down to the handpicking or the politicking of the day, I think that the two candidates, Akpabio, that's from the south, okay, from the southern part of Nigeria, the two candidates of Ojus Okalo and Akpabio, they are a big fight. They are big what I say, opposition. Okay, they have the wits, they have the friends, they have the resources to pull through. But at this moment, as we are talking now, who do I think might just be the favorite? I think in person of Akpabio. And why? You ask me, because if they want to follow the path of equity and fairness, if you start from 1999 till
He's
date,
most likely the candidate.
No, if you check from 1999 to date, you will find out that the south part of Nigeria has not really had that chance to becoming the Senate president. Mind you, we had Evans and Warren back in the days. Okay, so when you check the indices, you find out that, see, they might just clinch that position.
Okay.
But politics is still politics, and voting will occur. And as much as, yes, one might be like, okay, Tinubu will have his say, but if that is why some Northerners are not even listening to whatever people are saying, the Tinubu can be saying. They just want to go in there, do their politicking, and you might just see tomorrow that a Northerner is a Senate president. And we don't have the Constitution going against that. If the constitution is not telling you that there should be equity and fairness, or there should be what I call it.
But even if the constitution doesn't tell us that there should be equity and fairness when it comes to the Senate presidency, does that mean that we should not follow that path?
Okay, the constitution is not talking about federal character when it comes to the Senate president. So anybody that wins the majority of the vote within the 109 Senate members who clinch the ticket. So remember, even Tinubu himself, in quote, was not the favorite to win the APC presidential candidate, the ticket. Okay, but he did his politics well, and he won it. So that could still happen in the Senate.
Okay, that could still happen in the Senate. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. Well, not to forget, you can also be a part of this discussion, all right? If you have questions, you have suggestions to make, drop them in the comment section and we will surely reply to them. Okay, so a quick look now at the Vanguard newspaper where we have some more interesting headlines. This one on page 35 says, Poll, I have no age, drug record controversy. Atiku replies Tinubu. Poll, I have no age, drug record controversy. Atiku replies Tinubu on page 35 of the Vanguard newspaper. And on page 9 here we have no Nigerian died in Sudan. No Nigerian died in Sudan according to federal government as airlift begins tomorrow. Okay, that's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. On page 13 of the Vanguard we have asset forfeiture. Court strikes out EFCC suit against Governor Yahaya Bello. Okay, we already read this before in the previous paper. On page 8 we have 10th NAS. Tinubu needs Igbo to succeed, says Southwest senators elect. That's on page 8 of the Vanguard. And on page 10 we have Banana Island. Joint tax force demolishes illegal buildings. Banana Island. Joint tax force demolishes illegal buildings. That's on page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. Over now to page 5 of the Vanguard, we have a presidential poll. You are biased. Peter Obi replies INEC insist on review of results uploaded from Beavers. Okay, that's on page 5 of the Vanguard. And on page 7 now we have commanding officer, soldier, 15 others killed as headers storm Benue community again. Commanding officer, soldier, 15 others killed as headers storm Benue community again. That story is on page 7 of the Vanguard. On page 6 now of the Vanguard we have kidnappers of 29 people in Abuja yet to make contact with relatives, says villager. Kidnappers of 29 people in Abuja yet to make contact with relatives, says villager. That's on page 6. And lastly on the Vanguard for today on page 19, this one says customs agents kick as Lagos government slams new charge on imported vehicles. That's on page 19. Customs agents kick as Lagos government slams a new charge on imported vehicles. Okay, that's the much we can take on the Vanguard newspaper for today. Mr. Victor, no Nigerian died in Sudan according to federal government on page 9. How true is this? What's your reaction, Mr. Victor?
Yeah, I think it's the truth, and it's a good thing that we've not had any reports with to that respect that a Nigerian has died. But,
have they gone round to do their checkings to find out all the casualties in the war so far, that none of them is actually a Nigerian?
I think yes. If that news, if it had happened, I think we could have gotten some, elements of reporting. In as much as right now Sudan is a war-torn country. Maybe I'm going extreme, but I think it is what it is right now. But aside the Nigerians, whether Nigerians have died or not, there are also some buzzes going out there. What are the buzz? The buzz that $1.2 million will be used or will be spent, has been budgeted or allocated to be used to transport these Nigerians, okay, about 2,000 of them, to the border of Egypt. So some people are out there now saying, is it not by bus to move them from one location to the other? Will it not be costing $1.2 million in with the black market rate.
What exactly is that money for? Exactly
to transport them. Okay, in black market rate, we are talking about over 800 million naira. For yes, now 800 million naira to transport these persons of not up to 2,000. And mind you, many of them have also gotten help from the Saudis, who helped Nigerians out of Sudan. So I can't give you any rough number now, but it is documented that about 2,000 Nigerians are in Sudan. Okay, but by the time you say, okay, some chunk of it has been taken care of by the Saudis, what about the other numbers? Are you not saying that that is the agitation now, or the question now? Are you not saying that a whooping sum of 800 million will be used to transport these persons? So they came up with, see, every Nigerian life matters.
Wow.
Every Nigerian life matters.
I don't know why I'm laughing to this particular thing you said. I don't know why I'm laughing, but just go ahead, continue.
So, for the fact that every Nigerian life matters, we should not be over scrutinizing or making a buzz out of this 1.2 million that is being spent, because that they will need security. They will need. They just mentioned.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see that Nigeria is actually taking the lives of its citizens very, very seriously right now, compared to what happened during the xenophobia in South Africa back then. You know, the body language of the government towards its citizens in South Africa as at that time wasn't really encouraging. So compared to what is happening now, I think it's really applaudable from the government of Nigeria.
But if you ask, who is even doing the main transporting? As in, I mean, airlifting these persons. It is Peace Airline.
Peace Air.
Free of charge. But for you to not transport people on land, you are spending $1.2 million.
Wow.
Which we know that Peace will not charge half of that amount to airlift them from the border of Egypt back to Nigeria. And look at what will also happen, which we know Nigeria for that. By the time these people come back, they start doing a ceremony. They will start doing parade for the props, for the pictures, just for the glam. Yeah. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's the country we are. You now then ask, okay, the 1.2 million, I still have to mention it. The 1.2 million, at the end of the day, can they account? Okay, proper accounting, give all the receipts, so that we can really verify whether these amounts we are paid.
This money, this money will actually spent
for the services.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go on a break right now, and when we return, we'll take our last paper for the day and we'll call it a day. Please stay tuned.
Hey there, are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Yes, you're welcome back from that short break, and still on the newspaper review here on Tharv TV. We shall be looking at the Nigerian News Direct now as our last paper for today. And on page 3 here, the boldest headline in the Nigerian News Direct says Sudan crisis. Sudan crisis. Federal government spends $1.2 million to evacuate 2,400 Nigerians to Cairo by bus. Blames security reasons for huge costs. Okay, I think we just spoke about that now. That's on page 3 of the Nigerian News Direct. And on page 21, we have court strikes out for feature suit against Governor Bello. Okay, I think we already saw this before in the previous papers. This one here says transparency, new master plan vital for Niger Delta development. Transparency, new master plan vital for Niger Delta development. That's according to Wabote. And this one here says Banana Island, Lagos begins removal of illegal structures. Banana Island, Lagos begins removal of illegal structures. Over now to the next headline. This one says, I am always writing towards hope. I am always writing towards hope, according to Christy J. I am always writing towards hope, according to Christy J. This headline here says on page 2, two former governors behind the Pull Him Down scheme. Two former governors behind Pull Him Down scheme. This is according to Ogun government alleges. Ogun government alleges on page 2 of the Nigerian News Direct. And lastly, in the Nigerian News Direct for today, we have on page 3. This one says, very interesting headline, Bet Niger 5.6 million naira woes. Bet Niger 5.6 million naira woes. Court convicts mother, son for false information. Bet Niger 5.6 million naira woes. Court convicts mother, son for false information. That's on page 3 of the Nigerian News Direct. Okay, before we call it a day on today's newspaper review, this particular headline here on page 3, the last one I just read now, actually catches my attention because while scrolling through the internet today, I actually read something about this particular headline, and it's concerning a particular young man whose name is Joshua. Unfortunately, he bears the name of a very good friend of mine and a very good uncle of mine. Why would you bear such a very good name and you are getting yourself involved in deceit, something as bad as this? Now, this particular young man, accused the company, Bet Niger, for, deducting money, a certain amount of money, 5.6 million from his account. And it turns out, after several investigations, that this accusation to this company, Bet company, is false. And the young man is in deep trouble right now. So, Mr. Victor, I don't know. What's your reaction to this particular headline, please?
That mentality of our Nigerian youth, that there is free money out there, I think that might have cost him some prison.
What was he thinking? Was he thinking that, okay, I will just come up with the accusation and straight up there will be no investigation whatsoever, everything I say will just be believed as true, and then money is in my account just like that? Really? Is that how it works?
Maybe they're smoking, bro.
My God, like he has put himself right now in so much deep trouble. I don't know how he intends to come out from this right now, Mr. Victor. Please speak about this, please.
Well, he has to do the time. I don't see him getting saved, but that also reminds me the fact that many of our youths use this betting. They think that you can just make it in life with betting. So maybe these guys have tried and say, see, I just need to strategize and get some money off these persons. Okay, we cannot also extinguish the fact that the bad eggs in our society we always look for loopholes. Unfortunately, this one is not a loophole. This one is a concrete wall that he tried to break, and unfortunately for him, he is in hot soup. So, but going forward. You find out that no matter what comes our way in Nigeria, no matter how tough the economy is, you find out that the betting industry keeps thriving. Reason why you see a whole lot of more betting companies are coming in.
Which now leads me to ask a question right now, Mr. Victor. Is the betting as an act, has it really helped Nigeria? Or should I say Nigerians in general? Would you look at betting as something that has really come to the aid of Nigerians, or done so much to improve the economy of this country?
It's a win-win and a lose-lose case. Okay? The winning side is that some persons are employed through the betting industry.
Okay.
These companies employ
people, yeah.
Okay. One. Secondly, money is being transacted, so the flow of money helps the economy. Okay. But when you now then come down to the users, mostly our youths, you find out that yes, a handful of our youths also use their sense to play it. But unfortunately, there are some crazy ones that their mind is made up that their breakthrough
will come from
betting. The millions that will change their life and the life of their family will come from betting. That is the reason why you see them, their mind is just made up. In the morning, they just go to a betting shop.
Mm.
The smallest money they get anywhere, they are
Betting.
heading to a betting shop. Some of them have given themselves target that in the next 5 years, this thing must enter.
My God.
Forgetting that, see, making money in many cases takes processes.
Mm.
You need to learn a skill. You need to, if you are going to school, you go to school. So, and you then take your time, grow. Before you know it, money
Because
becomes,
personally, I
your
don't
footstool.
buy into the idea of depending on something as unassured as betting, because it's under probability. You might win, you might not win. But it's quite unfortunate that some persons have not been so lucky when it comes to betting. So they fail to understand that, look, this thing called betting should not be a job for me. It should be something that, okay, comes once in a while. Maybe when I have spare cash, spare. It should be done with spare money, not money you depend on to feed or something. Spare money, I think that's a more safer route to follow in going in that direction. But it's quite unfortunate. I would like to use this medium to appeal to our Nigerian youth who actually see betting as a means of livelihood. So please, look for alternatives, more other surer alternatives to ensure that you don't end up like this young man today who decided to come up with one master plan, and according to him, maybe it's a master plan. By the time I don't accuse them now, in the next 24 hours, my account, boom, and that's it.
So, but we should also not overlook the fact that this also comes as a result of habits.
Yes, because it can be addictive sometimes.
Yes. So when you get in
just
there,
like alcoholism, like every other habit.
Every other habit, yes, and it takes time. I know somebody that is no longer enjoying betting, does not want to be betting, but somehow,
he just has to do it.
It has to happen. He cannot stay without his phone to bet or go to a betting shop to bet.
I think that person needs to see me for deliverance.
So now, to even tell you that a whole lot of Nigerians are into betting, yesterday, okay, look at what happened yesterday too. Some persons that I spoke with, we had to do their bettings on the Manchester City Arsenal game. Some of them just played one game. And I heard before the game started, way into the afternoon, the odd was 1.66. Okay, so imagine somebody told me that he put in 100,000 naira for Man City to win Arsenal.
To get how much?
To get 1.66. 1.66 means that he's going to get 66,000 naira.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, can you see? So many times when you win that first game, it gives you the confidence
to keep
to
doing.
Go more.
Yeah.
To go harder, go more. Look at, okay, same yesterday, while going through Twitter over the night, around 12 midnight, I found out that Opay blocked sporting bets people from buying tickets from having access through the Opay app. Okay, so through the Opay app, you can fund your account or you can withdraw on sporting bets.
Okay.
Are you getting that?
Okay.
So when they blocked it, I don't know, maybe for technical reasons or maybe for paperwork and maybe business transactions that failed and all that. See, the internet went agog because some persons were waiting to cash out their monies. And when that stopped, I went back to the internet to check, and
we were almost going crazy.
It was back. So that can see, Nigerians are into better. I just want to tell us that this is not just about the white man business or what do you call it, invention. Okay, this is Nigeria, and Nigerians are really into betting. And is it helping in the economy, like I told you? Yes, it has its good way, it has its pitfalls.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Victor, for your time with me on the program today. I really do appreciate you for stopping by. And I want to say thank you to you too, my wonderful viewers who have been faithful to your screen up until this time. Thank you so much, because without you, this program won't be possible. But this is the end of the newspaper review for today. Thank you so much. My name is Cyril Aloysius. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, make sure you do so. And after subscribing, turn on your notification bells so that you can know when we come online and drop new videos. Check us out on our different social media platforms as well. On YouTube, we are TAP TV on YouTube. On Instagram, we are TAP TV_NG. On Facebook and Twitter, we are TAP TV. So I would say it's a bye for now until we come your way again next time. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.